In this module, you'll learn the basics of the actions and events system, set a pop-up to appear after the user scrolls a certain distance down the page, set a buy button to appear after a video has played a certain length of time, and set up mouse enter and leave events. Firstly, download and unzip the Module 5 Resources folder, which contains images needed in this module. In the Funnels page, click Import Funnel in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Then paste in the share code. Click Import. You will be asked whether to create this funnel now or later. Click Create Now and choose a domain in which to save it. Then click Create. The Module 5 funnel will open. Section A, Overview of the Actions and Events System. Actions, Events and Targets. The Actions and Events system lets you trigger events on your page when certain things happen. Example 1. When the button is clicked, which is an event, a new layer, which is a target, will disappear. This is the action. In example 2, 30 seconds after the layer has appeared, the event, a pop-up, the target, will appear, the action. Example 3. When the user moves to exit the page, the event, an image, the target, will appear to change colour, which is the action. Types of events. You can set actions for events that happen on page, layer and element level. Which one you choose depends on what you want to happen. Using the examples above, example 1 is an element level event. These are set up using the Actions and Events section in the Elements Properties panel. You have to give your elements a name in order to be used as a target. Example 2 can be a layer level event. Layer level events are set up using the Actions and Events section in the three-dot menu in the Layers dialog. And example 3 is a page level event. These are set up using the Actions button in the top toolbar. Targets, hidden and visible. Actions can make a target hide or fade out from visible, or show or fade in from hidden. By default, elements and layers are set to start visible when the page is loaded. If you want the target element to only be shown when an event occurs, it must be set to start hidden, or the action will look as if it's done nothing. Section B, setting a pop-up to appear after the user scrolls a certain distance down the page. Step 1. Setup. Click on the Scroll pop-up page in the Module 5 funnel. We will be setting the page so that once a user has scrolled down 50% of the page, event, a pop-up layer, the target, will appear, the action. The pop-up layer has already been created, but it's currently set to the default Start Visible. We need to change this to Start Hidden. So click on the Layers button in the top toolbar to open the Layers panel. Select the pop-up layer and change Start to Hidden. Step 2. Apply the action. Remember that it is the event which determines how the action is set up. We want the action to trigger in the event that the user has scrolled down 50% of the page, so this is a page level action. This means we set it up using the Page Level Actions button in the top toolbar. So click on the Actions button to open the Actions and Events list. Then click on Add New Action. The New Events dialog will open. We will need to set the event, action and target before we can press Done. They can be set in any order. So set the event type to Page Scroll when page is 50% scrolled. Then set the action to Show Target. Then set the target to Layer Pop-up. Then press Done. This action will now be listed in your page's Actions and Events. You can edit or delete the action from here later if you like. Then click Preview and try scrolling the page to check that your action functions as planned. Section C. Having a buy button appear after a video has passed a certain point. Step 1. Setup. Click on the video play timer page in the Module 5 funnel. We will be adding a video element and an action so that a buy button will appear once the video has been playing for 30 seconds. The button has already been created, named Buy Now, and set to Start Hidden. Step 2. Create the video element. Video timer events can only be applied to video elements. They do not work with YouTube, Vimeo, or background video elements. This is because Convertri, rather than an external service, needs to be the controller of the player in order to determine the length of the playback. To add a video element, click on Media in the element tray. Then select Video. The video's properties panel should open on the right-hand side of the editor. Enter the URL of the MP4 you are using. Then turn autoplay on. Position and resize the video element using the Send Backward button on the Quick Actions tab so that the info panel and button both appear in front of it. Step 3. Set up the action. Once the video has been playing for 30 seconds, event, we want the Buy Now button, target, to appear, action. This event applies to the video, so we need to apply the event to this element by selecting the video and opening Actions and Events in the Properties panel. Click on Add New Action, and the new event dialog will appear. Set up the action as follows. Set the event type to video time. Video passes time marker. Enter 30 seconds. Set the action to show. Show target. And then select Buy Now as the target. Then press Done. Save your work. Then preview the page to check your actions work as planned. Section D. Setting up a mouse enter leave effect. Step 1. Set up and planning the actions. Click on the mouse enter leave page in the Module 5 funnel. We will be setting the page so that the top image fades into a beach sunset image when the user's mouse enters it, then back again when the mouse leaves. So we need to create two events. When the mouse enters the palm trees image, event, the beach sunset target will appear, action, and when the mouse leaves the beach sunset image, event, the beach sunset target will fade, which is the action. Remember that it is the event which determines how we set up the action. So the first action will be set up on the palm trees image and the second on the beach sunset image. Step 2. Adding the image. First, we need to add the new image to the page and set it to start hidden. So select Image from the element tray. Then click Upload and navigate to where you stored the Module 5 Resources folder. Open Beach Sunset and click Select to add it to your page. With the image selected, press full width on the Quick Actions toolbar. Then drag the lower edge of the image down until it fully covers the image it's intended to replace. Currently, this sunset image covers an important container. With the image still selected, press Send backward on the Quick Actions toolbar until the Start Here container is fully visible. Change the image from Start Visible to Start Hidden using the option on the Quick Actions toolbar. In this case, we want only the selected element to start hidden, not its container. Finally, the beach sunset image will need to be named so that it can be used as a target. Go to General Properties in the Properties panel and enter the name Beach Sunset.
Step 3. Action 1. Now the elements are in place, we can apply the first action. So let's review Action 1. When the mouse enters the palm trees image, event, the beach sunset target will appear. The event in Action 1 concerns the palm trees image, so we will need to select it to set up the action. Temporarily move the sunset image out of the way and select the palm trees image. Then choose Actions and Events from the Properties panel. Click Add New Action and set the event type to mouse movement on mouse entering the element. Then set the action to show Fade In Target and set the target to Beach Sunset. We don't want the image to change again if the user begins to enter their details on the Start Here form, so keep Include Contained Elements selected. Then press Done. Move the beach sunset image back into position. Save and preview your page to check that Action 1 is working. Step 4. Action 2 and Common Errors. Now let's review Action 2. When the mouse leaves the beach sunset image event, the beach sunset target will fade out action. So select the beach sunset image and choose Actions and Events in the Properties panel. Set the event type to mouse movement on mouse leaving the element. Set the action to hide fade out target and set the target to beach sunset. Since we don't want the form to fade too, set Include Contained Elements to off. Press Done, then save and preview the page to check the effect. So what would happen if we were to set up the mouse enter and the mouse leave actions on the same element? If both actions were set up on the palm trees image, Convertri would fade the sunset image in over the palm trees as planned. The user's mouse would then be on top of the sunset, not the palm trees, so the second action will be triggered immediately, which would trigger the first action again, which would trigger the second again. An interesting but unwanted strobing effect would occur. If both actions were set up on the beach sunset image, because the beach sunset image starts hidden, the mouse would never enter it and neither action would ever be triggered. You can avoid these very common errors by remembering that it's the event that determines the actions layer and setting up your actions accordingly. So congratulations, you have completed Module 5. You should now have a good understanding of how the actions and events system works and be able to set up a range of different events.